Oh, big sister, I need to speak with you. It's actually really important, so listen up. I'm really sorry about this, but can you please go and get a divorce from Todd? He actually just proposed to me. What are you talking about, Leah? Are you serious? Todd proposed to you? Whatever for? What? Don't you believe me? I know you're in denial right now, but it's true. It's because Todd doesn't love you anymore. He can't stand to look at you. He's in quite a rush to get married to me. We want to have cute babies and raise them together. So we hope a nuisance will disappear once you divorce Todd. Now, just hang on a minute, Leah. You're kidding me, right? You both aren't actually going to do this to me, are you? Did you really get a proposal from my husband? Have you both been having an affair behind my back? Well, yeah, that's most of the reason behind his proposal. We've been dating each other. What's the problem with that? I was just trying to comfort him because he married such a trashy woman. I can't help that Todd fell in love with me because of that. You're telling me I'm a trashy woman? How could you say that to your own sister? Didn't Todd tell you that he wanted to have children? Because of you being infertile, he's not going to be able to have them, is he? I feel so sorry for Todd as he married such a useless woman who says nothing but trash all day. I am much younger than you, and I'll be able to get pregnant really easily. Are you for real? You think that you can just treat me like this? How could you? Oh, look at my sister. You've always been so resourceful and intelligent. I really hated you for it. Even our parents told me that you're their favorite and that they're so proud of you. But I didn't realize how defective you are when it comes to carrying children. So I'm just going to take your husband. It's over, Polly. Your plans for the future have completely failed. Why are you even doing this to me? Did I do something to you that I haven't been told about? I've already explained it to you, Polly. I just hate everything about you. I just don't like you because you've always been the honor student and the show-off. So you just wanted to take my life away from me by having an affair with Todd, my husband? Well, yeah, of course. Now, you need to get a move on and file for a divorce from Todd so we can get married. I intend to make Todd the happiest man on the planet, so get on with it. You can be miserable and alone forever while I give him children. What the heck is going on with you and my sister, Todd? Did you seriously just propose to her? Is this for real?
Oh, wow. You contacted me before even I could. It saves me from telling you what's been going on, so thanks for that. Since we're still married and I want to marry someone else, you need to sign the divorce papers today.
I can't believe this is happening right now. How could you betray me like this, Todd?
It's been 3 years since we got married, Polly. But you've not given me any children during that time, and my parents got mad at me because of it. You're a useless woman that I no longer need in my life. I want to show my parents the faces of their cute grandchildren as soon as possible.
So you decided to just stab me in the back and have an affair with my sister, Leah?
Hey, she was the one that was supporting me through all the suffering that I was going through with you. She comforted me as you weren't having any luck getting pregnant. Besides, she'll be able to give me children because she's way younger than you. I'm sure she'll be able to have a child real soon. My parents will also be happy that my new wife's younger than the old one, so we've got a better chance to have kids.
You said that you were happy with me. Have you told your parents that you've gotten married again to Leah?
Of course I told them. They're my parents after all. They're very happy to hear the news of Leah and I. They'll be able to meet their grandchildren soon enough.
They surely weren't initially happy to hear about what you've done. That can't be right. I wanted to be the one to see the cute faces of our children before anyone else. You call me useless even though you didn't cooperate with me when it came to the fertility treatment. And then in the end, you just decided to cheat on me instead? Why?
Polly, you're infertile, so how am I supposed to have children with you? Treatment's only for women. How can a man help out in a fertility treatment?
There's loads of tests that the men can do to make sure that everything is okay and that you're healthy. We can't decide on a treatment plan unless we first find out the cause of the infertility.
Do you seriously think there's a reason to why I can't have children? My parents were in their teens when I was born. They had 5 more children. It's in my parents' blood that they can make a lot of children. Of course, I'll have no problems as well.
It's not that I doubt you, Todd. However, it seems that even if a couple's both healthy, you can still become infertile due to stress or another physical condition. First of all, it's important to undergo a thorough examination at the hospital to make sure everything's working as it should.
Oh, shut up, Polly. I've already made the decision to get a divorce from you. Nothing you say is going to change anything. You need to sign the divorce papers so I can move on. You're useless to me, so you need to leave.
Okay, I get it. I guess there's no point in saying anything more to you. I'll divorce and move out as you wish, Todd. You can go ahead and have cute children, and I'll leave you alone. I hope you get what you've wished for. Why, hello there, big sister. It's been a while since we last spoke. I was wondering if you're doing all right. Is that the case? Are you still miserable that your younger and more attractive sister stole your husband away? Are you still having regrets about Todd? Hello, Leah. I don't have any regrets on letting Todd go to be with you. I'm actually doing really well. I feel so good. And you? Oh, really now? You're being so strong. You know you don't have to be in front of me. I'm actually messaging you because I've got an announcement to make to my big sister. I gave birth to Todd's baby. Oh, have you? You were actually pregnant? Yes, I immediately got pregnant with his child after we got married. It's quite important to be young in order to get pregnant. Oh, is that really so, Leah? I'm so sorry for only telling you about it now. I just didn't want to rub it in your face too much. Actually, I wanted to contact you as soon as I found out I was pregnant, but the morning sickness was more painful than I imagined, so I didn't bother. I was just so busy preparing for the birth that I didn't have the time or energy to contact you at all. As a big sister, you understand, right? I'm so sorry. I didn't think someone who can't get pregnant would understand what I went through anyways. Excuse me? What's that supposed to mean? But you know how cute a newborn baby can be, right? Soft, warm, and super cute. I think you should come over and meet our new baby. Are you kidding me? You want me to go over there and meet your child? Well, of course, it's fine. You're its auntie after all. Come and say hello to your adorable little niece. So you gave birth to a little girl then? I suppose Todd's really happy now. He always said that he wanted a little girl. Yeah, he's overjoyed with the news of our daughter's birth. When she was born, he was so overwhelmed with joy and emotion that he cried. His parents and siblings are as well. Aren't you happy for us too? Yeah, it's amazing news that everyone's really happy for your bundle of joy. Besides, he's going to be so involved with taking care of the child. He said she's my daughter and the cutest baby in the world. He felt so happy. She's got the most adorable face, but I'm sure she won't show you as you're an infertile woman. He'll be able to show his true feelings in front of his child and how much he wanted one. Well, you both sound really happy with each other. I'm glad that I was able to get a divorce from him then. If he and I were to continue our married life, we'd both be unhappy. I can't forgive you for your betrayal, but maybe this was the best thing to happen. Of course it was, Polly. I was finally able to do something that my older sister couldn't do. I'm different from you in the sense that I can get pregnant quickly and give birth to healthy children, and you're a defect. No matter how smart and resourceful you are, you're a useless woman who's defective and can't get pregnant. It's finally been proven that I'm officially better than my sister after all. Excuse me? Just because you're able to get pregnant, it makes you better than me? It's been a dream of mine that the day would come when I would finally beat my sister at something. Just hold up a second, Leah. Don't you dare judge me as being incapable of bearing children. Just because I wasn't able to get pregnant with Todd, it doesn't mean that I'm completely infertile. And what's that supposed to mean? In the 3 years you were with Todd, you didn't give him any children, so what are you even saying? You were married for that long and never got pregnant, so doesn't that mean you're incapable of carrying children? There's no other explanation. But I still wonder if that's really the case, though. Don't be so stubborn and just admit that you're defective. Just admit defeat and bring my daughter a baby gift, all right? As the aunt, it's the least you could do for your niece. Come over and see the baby. Okay, sure. I'll bring my son and my husband as well. I'm not interested in winning or losing, but I don't need to celebrate. It's complicated, but my newborn's probably just as cute as my little niece. I guess we'll come over right away tomorrow? Have you been discharged from the hospital already, and have you gone home with Todd? No, wait, just hold on a second. We need to rewind here. What the heck are you talking about right now? What do you mean your husband and son will come over with you? Are you saying that you've remarried? Actually, yes. Right after Todd and I got divorced, I happened to meet someone who's really lovely and sweet to me. There was not really any need to tell you about it, so I didn't say a word about him. What's that supposed to mean? Okay, very funny. That's hilarious, Polly. You got me. Aren't you the big sister who's infertile and divorced? Do you really think there's someone out there that would marry such a useless woman? Why are you being like this? Who's useless, Leah? I don't think it's me. Could it be that his son's actually your stepchild? That he was already born? You adopted someone else's child because you couldn't carry one yourself. It's tough being defective, I know. I can't believe you're raising a child that's not even related to you. Would you stop talking to me like this when you don't know my whole situation? My husband and I have a son together. He's my child and I gave birth to him. He was born last month, so of course he's related to me by blood. Don't be so ridiculous. Wait, what? I'm confused. You actually did give birth to a baby? Oh my god, I am so embarrassed by this conversation. Of course I did. I'm in a loving and caring marriage, so having a child was easy. We started dating each other and we basically had a child right away. He said thank you for giving me a child to love and care for. He then proposed to me and said I'm ready for this responsibility and to make a family with me. We'd only been dating for about a month and then he proposed. It was a very speedy change in our relationship, but it felt right. That's insane and can't be true. But your body wouldn't allow you to carry children. How is it possible? There is absolutely no way that you just get pregnant after only dating a guy for a month. It takes more work than that. It's no lie, Leah. And if you think it is, I can't help that you think that. I'll admit the stress of the divorce was huge, and I was thinking it wasn't going to be possible. It's said that stress is the biggest contributor to not getting pregnant. I was under a lot of pressure from Todd and his parents to produce a child and grandchild for them. Every day I'd have severe stomach aches, and when my period came, it was heavy and had a toll on me mentally. Those sorts of conditions were affecting me getting pregnant. This is crazy. I don't believe this. I thought I was able to defeat my sister in being able to reproduce. How on earth were you able to give birth to a child? Anyways, your child and my child will be cousins. I'm looking forward to seeing you tomorrow, Leah.
Are you telling people lies again, Polly? You didn't seriously just give birth, did you? The child you brought over today was just an extra, right? You're paying a family for a baby to act? Your husband and child must have been employed somewhere to do this.
Where the heck could I borrow a 1-month-old baby actor from, Todd? Are you kidding me? My husband and child are real. I divorced you and started a new life with them.
So that means you got pregnant immediately after you got a divorce then. Doesn't that seem like it's my fault? You're making it seem like it's my fault that you couldn't get pregnant.
What are you saying, Todd? We just weren't compatible for each other. Things like this can happen if you change partners.
I refuse to believe that. Just wait a minute, let me think. There was a similar development in a drama I watched recently. After kicking out his infertile wife, she unexpectedly got pregnant with another man's child. The reason for her infertility was to do with her previous husband.
But weren't you able to have a child with my sister, Leah?
The drama is still going on, though. The children of the infertile husband and his second wife aren't actually related by blood. It turns out that it was his second wife that was sleeping with another man and making it that the child belongs to the infertile husband.
But that can't actually happen, right? Besides, it would be so bad of Leah to have done that to you, knowing that you might not be able to give her children. It was your wish to have a child, but I was able to give birth to a baby.
Well, that may be true, but I don't know what's going on.
Isn't it okay that we're both happy now since we both have children? Look, I've got a new partner and a cute little one to look after. Let's each of us create a safe and loving home for ours, okay? I gotta go. Take care. What the heck do you think you're playing at, Polly? What did you say to Todd? My family's on the verge of collapsing because of you. This is all your fault. What are you talking about, Leah? Todd just suddenly asked for a DNA test on our child. He wants to find out if his daughter's really his child. I can't believe you'd say such vicious comments to him. I feel like you're the one that injected him with false information and now he's skeptical. I didn't say anything of the sort, little sister. You're just spitting powerful delusions into his head. He started to feel anxious about his family because he was watching a drama that was unfolding just like his real-life situation. But our life's nothing like the crap he watches on TV. Even though I just gave birth and I had to deal with a lot of pain, I can't believe I'm being treated so suspiciously. I understand why you're angry about this, but you need to help him understand. If you would just give him the chance to prove it, then it would be things he just made up in his mind. Then he'll be able to calm down about the whole thing. If he wants me to prove it, that means I've got a huge problem on my hands. What would you do if you found out a child wasn't yours and it was some other guy's? Oh my God, this isn't good. What do I do, Polly? What should I do? I never thought that he'd say something like that to me. Maybe he suspected me before now? No, but that can't be true because I was able to hide it all from him. It was going to be the perfect plan. That's a bit of an intense reaction, Leah. Are you saying that your baby isn't Todd's? Well, I'm not 100% sure on that. The child looks a little bit like him, so maybe they're related. It might really just be his child, to be honest. A little bit like him? You don't sound certain at all. Are you saying that another of his relatives could be the dad? I'm not really sure. That can't be right, can it? Actually, it could be Todd's father's child. Are you kidding me? Are you saying that your own father-in-law could be the father to your child? This is insane. Well, it hasn't been confirmed, so don't you dare go spreading any rumors around. It's just a matter of possibility at this point. The possibility of this child not being Todd's isn't zero, at least. Oh, you're really in some crap now, little sister. What have you done? Why would you even want to touch Todd's father? But my father-in-law is really cool and suave. You know him, right? He started having kids in his teens, so he's still young. He's had 5 children and he's only in his 40s. He's totally within a respectable age range. What have you done? How's Todd going to handle this when he finds out? My head just suddenly started hurting. Are you all right? Is it because you found out what's happened? Even if a DNA test was done, everything would still be okay, right? If the parent and child are related, then the blood would detect anything so they wouldn't find out, right? Please don't involve me any further with the mess you've made in their family. I'm trying to live a peaceful life with my new husband and child. I definitely don't want to be dragged into your crap anymore. I am very much done with you as a sister and as a person. But Polly, wait a minute. I'm your adorable little sister. Aren't you going to help me out with this? I can't do it on my own. I want to be with Todd and live happily too. You're not even going to help me out just a little bit? You've done nothing but cause me pain and heartache, and now you're doing the same to your husband. I don't think I'd call you adorable. You need to sort out things on your own. You're good at coming up with ideas, way better than your older sister. Good luck. You can't just do this to me, or even to your ex-husband. Help me, please. No, both of you are not part of my family anymore. Leave me alone to bring up my baby with my husband. Don't contact me again. If you'll excuse me, I've got a life to live. Once the test results came back to prove that Todd wasn't the father, it seemed like he asked for divorce from Leah. It also sounded like his parents were also looking at getting a divorce as well. There are no conversations happening between the two of them anymore. With all 5 of the children living in the neighborhood, they couldn't bring their girlfriends to parents like this, and everyone moved away. While receiving child support from her father-in-law, Leah had become something of a single mother and was raising her child on her own. However, no one, including her own parents, helped her, and rumors quickly spread among the people in their small town. No one wanted to be friends with a mom who lies about the paternity of their child. In a world that's got nothing to do with them, I'm building a wonderful life for my husband and my child. The future looks happy and bright.
Thank you for watching till the end. If you felt good about this video, like the video. If you didn't like it, let me know why in the comments. Subscribe too. Your likes and subs lead to our motivation. We have so many videos on our channel as well, so go ahead and take a look. See you in the next video.
How's about we just act as though me proposing to you recently never actually happened, Veronica? We're going to stop thinking about getting married. I'm sorry, but let's split up today. I've considered a few things about the two of us, and I just don't think this will work anymore.
What? Wait a second, Raymond. What do you mean we should give up on getting married? You only just proposed to me a week ago, right? And I was so happy to finally be proposed to by you.
And so I'm asking you to act as though something like that never happened between us. I don't want to get married to you anymore. So just forget all of that and let's go back to the way things were a few weeks ago.
I don't understand what's going on here. You had only told me a few days ago that you wanted to grow old and happy with me. Yet now you're asking for us to split up? What the heck is this?
Actually, my mom ended up being against us. And after talking to her for a bit about things, I came to the conclusion of doing as she said and stopping this marriage between us.
What? You're telling me that your mom doesn't want us getting married?
After all the time of her being okay with it, I was so surprised to hear from her that she didn't want us getting married anymore.
Why is she against us getting married now, though? We've been together for almost 10 years now. And during those 10 years, I had seen your mom plenty of times and chatted with her. We've even gone out with one another shopping plenty of times. And now you're saying that your mom no longer wants me to marry you?
She told me that you're a good woman and all, but you're getting too old now and that I need to find someone younger. She followed up by saying that since you're over 30 now, there's only unhappiness waiting for us.
What?
My mom had gotten married when she was 20 and then gave birth to me. And since then, she's always been home as a housewife for all of us. But since you're 30 years old and still don't have experience with kids, as well as aren't planning on quitting your job after we marry, she told me to just give up.
Excuse me?
As a girlfriend or toy, you're fine, but as a wife, there's no need for you. My mom told me that very clearly.
And you're just okay with what your mom said to you? You're going to do as she told you?
Well, my mom promised me that in return for letting you go, she'd introduce me to a much more young and beautiful woman.
Huh?
I think she's gotten pretty close with this one young girl who's working at the flower shop in town. She just happened to show me her picture just the other day. You'd think she was a model with the amount of beauty she radiates. And she told me that if I think I want to marry a woman like her, then it's totally fine to say goodbye to you.
You're kidding me. That's your reason for wanting to throw me away?
At least you were a good girlfriend these past 10 years, so thanks. Now let's both of us find our true loves and marry them instead.
But you and I have been together for 10 whole years. Ever since we both went to university together. I get that I'm 30 years old now, but I thought that we'd finally be ready to get married. But now you're saying at this time that you're throwing me away because I'm too old?
I know that you're an old woman now, and finding someone to marry you will be tough. But just try your best. Right. Can you make sure to give me back the engagement ring I gave to you? And if we aren't seeing each other again, then send that sucker in the mail for me.
You are the worst. I never once thought that you'd turn into this kind of a man. But I guess throwing away those 10 years of us dating is a whole lot better than throwing away my life getting married to you. I never want to see you around me again.
I think that if I'm going to get married, I'm better off with you. So, Veronica, can you get back together with me?
Huh? Why are you talking to me again? You're asking me to get back together with you? You remember what you did and said to me 5 years ago, right?
I'm sorry about back then. After dating you for 10 years, I accidentally threw you away. I ended up going out with that woman my mom showed me when we were apart, but things didn't go too well between us and we immediately broke up. I've been trying to get with other women, but they all ended up being duds as well. So now I see that I can only marry someone like you.
So you couldn't get along with anyone else, huh? And now you want to get back together after we only had 10 years of dating each other?
Well, when trying to date them, nothing ever got anywhere, and everyone would end up saying that they wanted to break up before dumping me. For some reason, we just never could make anything last. But you and I had 10 years together, right? And in your case, I'm the only option you have now, right?
Not happening. Now goodbye forever.
Hey. Don't be so cold to me right now. I know that you're happy deep down that after 5 years I'm talking to you again.
Huh?
And you happen to be doing well on your own and make some decent money. And even my mom said that it might be worth getting back together with you. So she really wants the two of us back together.
But I don't want to date you whatsoever. You threw me away in the worst way possible, so I'm done playing games with you. Now, never talk to me again. Hey, Veronica! Why are you saying you're not getting back together with my son? This is the perfect chance for a used-up woman like you to find a man that will marry you. Now go back to him and tell him with all your heart that you do want to date him. Huh? Isabel? I'm even letting you know that I'm fine with you marrying my son now. You are a 35-year-old woman now and need to get a grip. I'm telling you that even though you're old, a man is ready to marry you. You shouldn't take this chance for granted. Now hurry up and make up with my boy. Now who the hell do you think you're talking to? Wasn't it you in the first place that made him and I break up? You forced him to believe that marrying me would be awful for him, and so he threw me aside. And now you seek to get me back with him? And back then, I was thinking about my son more than anyone, and that's why I wanted you both to break up. I knew that if he had a baby with a woman over 30, there'd be a chance that the kid would come out defective. What? And when he marries someone, they'll become part of the household, right? Yet you said you wouldn't quit your job to stay at home. You are not only a worthless wife, but a worthless woman, and that's why I told him he could not marry you. Then why are you asking me to forgive him and get back together now? I've gained another 5 years now, so that could only mean that I've grown more worthless, right? And right now I'm still working my job that I said I'd never quit. I don't want to let my son get too old without finding someone to make his wife. So to keep that from happening, I guess I'll settle with some grandma marrying him. Huh? I want my son to hurry up and end up with a wonderful wife that I can take advantage of. I want to relax here soon, and I want to have a grandchild as well that I can spoil. I also will need someone here to take care of me instead of my son now that my legs don't work too well. Are you seriously thinking of having me do all of that for you? I really wanted him to have a younger wife, but for some reason or another my son couldn't make things work with them. I had so many women lined up for him, but he'd always end up getting broken up with. And during that time, I found out I'm sick. And so if I let my son continue to be single, I'll never be able to receive good health care from him. Really? You're sick now, Isabel? There was a tumor discovered in my stomach. But it wasn't cancerous, and so they were able to remove it with a simple surgery. But during that time, I thought about some things. If that were to happen to me again, I'd need someone, even you, to be here to care for me. You also want a grandbaby and for me to take care of you in your later years? Why are all of these things advantages for you and your son? What? You should be happy about all of this as well, right? You're a used item that's in their 30s now, and someone is offering to marry you. All right? Stop trying to carry all of this out and hurry up and marry my son. Then hurry up and have a wedding and get to making me a grandbaby.
Veronica, sorry about yesterday. I didn't take into full consideration of your feelings yesterday. I already know that a single grandma like you is ready to marry someone like me that's offering this chance to you.
Huh?
I was thinking last night why you should end up saying no to my request to get back together with me. And after having that time to think, I finally came to an understanding. There was something you wanted to hear from me first. You wanted me to ask you to go out with me again, right? Like when we first started dating? I'm sure you've been waiting for me to propose to you again as well, huh?
Raymond? Are you sure you're not just thinking of things as being in your favor?
I'm going to propose to you once again, Veronica. Let's you and I get married right now. We've already been together for 10 years, so let's make it official. We may have been far apart for the last 5 years, but our feelings for one another haven't changed, right?
Why do you think that? Nobody has been wanting for you to propose to them right now.
It's fine, Veronica. I already know everything that you want from me. The ring you gave back to me 5 years ago is once again going to be placed on your ring finger.
No. You have zero idea what I want from you right now. I am not going to get back together with you because it's impossible. You threw me out years ago for some other woman, so go back to fishing for another one that might bite at your proposal.
Hey, what's wrong, Veronica? I've been giving you all you wanted, like this proposal, and you've always wanted me to come back to you. So please, let me get back together with you now, and let's get married.
What?
Look, I am so sorry for throwing away those 10 years we had together. But I'm gonna let you marry me now, so thank me later.
I am already married and have 3 kids.
Huh?
I found myself a splendid man to marry, and we've been enjoying one another ever since. And we happen to have 3 kids together, so every day for us is busy. So I'm telling you that I have 0 time to hang out with an idiot like you. And so because of all this, I'm going. This better be the end of any more funny business from you, okay?
What? Wait a minute. What do you mean you're married now? And on top of that, you already have 3 kids?
It's been 5 years now, so we've been going a while. We happened to find each other pretty quickly, and after dating briefly, we got married. And having our 3 kids has made me one happy 35-year-old. Thank goodness I never ended up getting back together with any men that thought it was a good idea to throw me away.
No. There's no way that at all that you're married. Because when you and I broke up, you were already 30 years old. There's no way some old hag could find a man willing to date and marry her.
What does being 30 have to do with me being an old hag? I was able to find myself a man I liked, and after dating a little, we married.
But that's...
I'm sure at your age, if you try hard like I did, you'll find someone that'll marry you. I won't be the one becoming your wife, but there has to be some poor soul out there willing to marry you out of pity. And between you and me, you should find that someone soon so that your mom stays happy.
Shut up! I don't need you worrying about me or my mom. You just stabbed me in the back. You had me with you all that time, and yet you went out and married another man?
Excuse me?
And now you both have kids? Why would you have 3 kids with him, you idiot? I bet they're all disabled in some way. Now you have to take care of 3 poor kids that will end up homeless someday. I'm so happy to hear you live a life of pain and suffering after stabbing me in the back.
What about my life is pain and suffering, Raymond? I have myself a husband and 3 kids that I'm surrounded by and could never ask for more.
He must be some lousy man if he was willing to marry a woman in her 30s then, huh? I bet he's ugly as hell and is without a job right now. Might as well add the term brain dead in there since he somehow let himself have kids with you.
Raymond!
And now you have to share 3 delinquents with him. I bet there's not enough money to go around in your house, and those kids will have to end up being uneducated. But I guess since they're all disabled and dumb, you couldn't teach them anything in the first place. They had to all get the DNA of their brain-dead dad and have an IQ of a monkey.
Hold on! Just because you couldn't marry me and have gone off the deep end doesn't mean you can make fun of my family. I won't forgive childish behavior like that of any kind.
But everything I've said is facts, right? 3 disabled kids? Man, your life must suck now.
I am still working full-time at my job, and compared to 5 years ago, I'm doing a whole lot better. And my husband is doing well himself, running his own company. And because of the wealth we amass, we are able to have and support 3 kids with no problem to our bank.
Huh? He has a company?
We have both worked hard together and made enough money for all 3 of our kids. And as for our kids, they are all so cute and have been doing great when it comes to learning. So this is not the type of family that an idiot child can be making fun of.
Hey, wait. Are you being serious when you say your husband runs his own company?
The company itself is small, but it makes up for that by bringing in large sums of money. Even when things aren't going as great, we have enough from the company to hire a babysitter and some cleaning ladies to take care of the house while him and I relax on vacation.
What?
And I'm no longer going to let you get away with harassing my family's name like that. Before you even think about trying to make fun of another person's family, maybe take a look at what you have and make fun of that. Hi, Veronica. I heard about everything from Raymond. He told me that you seem to still not want to marry him. That's because I'm with another man now, and we've been happily married. We also have kids, and so I've never thought of marrying Raymond. What the hell do you mean you're married? You tell that husband of yours to leave you and come back here and marry my son. If you really have to, you can bring your kids along with you. Then I can at least become a grandma with my 3 little grandkids. Please, don't say things like that. You're scaring me. Why would I ever do something like that? I'm being very serious right now. So hurry up and leave him and come marry my baby boy. Even you know that you'd be happier with Raymond. Well, let me ask you this then. A husband that has his own company, or a husband that has nothing but minimum wage, and 3 adorable babies, or a husband that acts like a child? Which one of those paths would you think I'd be more happy with right now? What? You'd probably choose the path that has me with the company-owning millionaire and the 3 adorable babies. And if you choose for me to go with Raymond, can you tell me what the merits of that would be? Ugh! Are you saying that my own baby boy has nothing to offer you as your husband? Oh, so you do understand what I mean. That's exactly what I'm saying, yes. This is not the time to play games with me. Just because you have a decent life there doesn't mean you can turn down marrying my son. Well, if this is how you're going to act, then never mind. I'll give up on you marrying my son, but you have to give me one of your 3 kids. I want him to become my new son. What the absolute frick is wrong with your head, Isabel? I would never even think that giving you one of my kids is okay. Then have your husband introduce my son to some CEO friends that are women. He has to know at least some women that are either CEOs or have parents that are and are loaded. So you have to help him find one of those women for my boy. It's your son that's the problem, Isabel. Nobody wants to marry a child like him. I can see that this is getting nowhere, so I'm leaving. You'd better hurry up, though, you hag. Your clock is ticking, and you still need to find someone that'll marry your son and will give you grandkids and will be willing to take care of your old crippled butt.
What is going on? Your husband? I never knew he was that handsome looking and that swole. How did you end up finding someone like him over me?
Did you happen to run into my husband somewhere?
That guy came to the company I work at today. He was coming looking to become a customer of our company and wanted to introduce himself. I can see that the company he has is on everyone's radar, and the moment he walked in, he was taken right away to my CEO's office.
Wow, that's amazing of him, right?
And during that, I was sitting right there. For a moment, he started talking to me. He told me that he's heard all sorts of stories about me from you. And then he told me that he's glad I broke up with you because she's better off with him.
My gosh, what a man. I can't believe he even thought it was worth it to talk to you.
That jerk just embarrassed me in front of the whole office. And then my boss asked him if he really knew me. And then he took my boss into his office and started telling him all about me. He even brought up you and I dating and that after 10 years I threw you away. And then followed up by telling him about how I've been trying to marry you. And then he finished by telling my boss how I'm looking for someone to have a baby with and to use help to care for my aging mother. What the hell? And after that, everyone in this office is giving me the cold shoulder.
Dang. I'm glad he's made things more interesting for you.
Nothing is interesting about this, though. Now that everyone knows about what's happened between you and me, I've been getting faces from everyone and nobody wants to talk with me. Why did you guys do this to me? I don't think I can even go into the office anymore.
Then just quit your job and find someone to marry. I'm sure if you used the time you usually work to start looking for a woman, you'd find one eventually that'll pity marry you. Now I have to get back to my husband so that the two of us can start making tacos. And just like that, I never received another text or call from Raymond. And the word around town is that he has still not found himself a woman willing to marry and have babies with him. And I'm sure, due to all the worrying of her son never getting married, Isabel ended up fainting and going to the hospital. But while being admitted to the hospital, she would continue to try and get the nurses to marry her son, and so things ended with her even being kicked out of there. And as for Raymond, even though he's the clown of the office now and nobody wants to talk to him unless it's to laugh at his face, he started to stalk new hires that were women asking them if they'd like to marry him. Of course, this did not slide, and soon his boss found out and took Raymond into his office and fired him on the spot. I sure can't wait to see what Isabel's reaction will be to something like that. I'm sure she'll be furious, but at this point, she'd better just give up on her son, as I'm pretty sure he's not going to change any of the problems that turn every woman off. As for my family, we're continuing to enjoy every day of our lives together under the same roof. My husband has become huge business partners with the company that Raymond once worked for. And him and the CEO of that company love going out for drinks to talk about how crazy he was. I have to say, I married the right man after learning that he called Raymond out like that. Or, I suppose, exposed him like that in front of literally everyone. It just makes me so happy knowing that I have a man that loves me so much.
Thank you for watching till the end. If you felt good about this video, like the video. If you didn't like it, let me know why in the comments. Subscribe too. Your likes and subs lead to our motivation. We have so many videos on our channel as well, so go ahead and take a look. See you in the next video.